Hey guys, welcome back to Built in America. I'm your host, Jeff Vreeland. This is a show about men and women who are actually building businesses in America today, not chasing profits, but trying to do it with conviction, integrity, and responsibility. As you already know, each episode I sit down with founders, operators, and leaders who believe business is more than transactions. It's influence, it's stewardship, and it's one of the most powerful ways values show up in real life. We're here to talk about the marketplace, what's changing, what's working, and what it really takes to serve customers who care about what they buy and who they buy it from. These are honest conversations with people doing the work, learning in real time how to build, lead, and grow in a complicated world. And today I'm super excited to have Clayton Llewellyn, who is the CEO of Heaven's Harvest. And his work sits right in the middle of building a business and staying grounded in his values. Clayton, thanks so much for being here today. Can you tell me a little bit about Heaven's Harvest?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Well, it's actually funny you're talking about, values and this and that. That's
Mm-hmm.
actually what got us started in business is we sell survival food and like heirloom vegetable seeds and stuff like that. And what got me started in this was probably 15 years ago. I had heard some advertisements on some conservative talk shows and reached out, bought some of their survival food. And when it showed up at my doorstep, I was kind of shocked at how much was there because it said it was a year's worth of food, and it turns out, after I figured out how many calories were in it and this and that, what I had paid for and what I had got were two different things. So that's kind of what got me into Heaven's Harvest was a lie in marketing.
Yeah, I always kind of trying to. Best businesses I feel like are started by solving personal problems and personal needs, and it sounds like that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's jump into our 5 questions. The first question is, how does your business help people live out their values when they spend their money?
Well, I don't know if they live out their values, but I hope it, gives them peace of mind when they do spend their money with us. Again, we're selling a product that you're getting what you pay for. This isn't it's not a cheap product. It's not the cheapest one on the market, but I do like to think it's the best on the market, and it's you get your best value, you get your best bang for your buck with us. What we tell you you're getting is what you actually get. It's not a lie. Our marketing's not a lie. Our product's not a lie. It's a good product for a good value.
Excellent. All right. Well, that leads us right into the next question. Then, what does building and growing your business in America mean to you personally?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I enjoy at the end of the day knowing that there's 30 some people around here that I'm not responsible for them, but I have a big part in putting food on their family's table. So I admire that part of the business or part of growing a business. I'll be honest, it's tough to build a business in the United States anymore. We it's hard to find things manufactured here. We don't necessarily manufacture anything. We put everything together, especially with our food. Like we would need a facility that was 1 million square feet, and we don't do that. We just kind of we have it packaged for us in other places, and it's we tried putting our product one time on a website that everything had to be manufactured in America. Like everything from the buckets to the bags to the handles to the labels, like all of that. And I'm not going to tell you what the website was, but it was a well-known website, and the guy was really trying to do something good with manufactured in America. And about 6 months into it, we all ended up getting on a Zoom call with him and telling him it was impossible to do it. Like we couldn't do it. I mean, we could grow our food here, we could, freeze dry the food here, but to try and find buckets made here, to try and find bags made here, labels made here, it was virtually impossible. So trying to grow a business in the United States right now is tough.
It is. It is. All right. Well, let's jump into question number 3 then. How have you seen your customers change in maybe the last few years or even the last few months, especially those that are conservative or faith minded customers?
That's a good question. I would say a majority of our customers are baby boomers, and it's funny because I 10 or 15 years ago, everybody nickled and dimed everything, and now it's kind of like that same baby boomer that's spending their money has been scammed their whole life, and now they're just looking for a good, honest product.
Yeah, that's we've seen the exact same thing. So I love the way that you stated that because that's exactly what we've seen as well. So, all right, question 4: what values? And I think I know the answer to this question, but what values guide the way you lead your team and serve your customers?
Honesty and integrity, really. Again, I'm not part of the baby boomers, but I completely understand. It feels like everything we've bought in the United States has been a giant scam for the last 20 or 30 years. I'm going to tell you a quick little story then about the scam that's being run on the United States citizen.
Okay.
we work with a marketing company, and they're going to hate to hear this. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but yesterday, like I was shook into my core. My whole team was sitting in here, and we got on a call with our marketing company, and this is from another business we run, not Heaven's Harvest, but another business we run. And he was explaining to me how they, if you have you ever gone to like the internet and looked up, I'm going to just say a fishing reel. I like to fish. I've gone to the internet sometimes and looked up a fishing reel, like what's the best saltwater fishing reel in 2026? And you'll find somewhere that's listed like the names of, 10 different saltwater fishing reels that are supposedly, in order from best to worst. Well, it turns out all that's baloney. Like that company or whoever's doing that never bought those 10 reels. They never tested those reels. They've made up a fake website, a fake magazine cover, whatever it is, to say that they've tested these reels, but really all they've done is they've taken a company and they've called them and said, "Hey, look, we're going to make a list here. We're going to put you at number one. So when we sell something, you're going to pay us. When they click on number two, you're going to pay us too." Like it's a giant scam. The whole marketing thing in the country is just it's shady at best.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the case, and there's plenty of people who are ready to take advantage of those businesses that wanted to lean into those practices, and it's very, very frustrating. All right, let's jump into question number 5, which is my favorite question and the one that I'm looking forward to hearing your answer on. What's one piece of advice you'd give to other business owners who are trying to reach values-driven Americans?
Well, the one piece of advice I give them is whatever you've been told, don't believe it. Um, if the system tells you that's the way it's done, they're probably lying to you. Look the other direction. I've always questioned everything from everything. I've always questioned everything. Like our school system, our whole, just everything from the day we're born is to teach us how to be an employee, not how to be an employer. Or again, our school system is designed around that. So again, whatever you've been taught, do the exact opposite.
Well, awesome. Well, Clayton, hey man, thanks so much for your honesty today. Thank you for what you're doing and for joining us on the podcast today.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks. All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap on our show today. I hope today's conversation encouraged you and reminded you that building a business in this country is way more than about profits. It's about values, as Clayton just talked about, and people and long-term impact. But if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to subscribe to our weekly Liberty Spenders podcast, where we go deeper into how Americans are choosing to live out their values with, where, and how they spend their money. And if you're a business owner or a leader or a brand that wants to better understand how to serve these values-driven Americans, head over to our website, libertyspenders.com, where you can book a meeting with myself or anybody on the team. And then last but not least, if you or maybe you know someone who would be a good guest here on Built in America, head over to builtinamericapodcast.com. You can learn more about our show and apply to be a guest. But thanks, guys, for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting American-built businesses. And we'll see you next time on Built in America.